Hello, Fearne and Jodie. Thank you for talking to us today. I know that you're in year 12 at the minute in our sixth form, but we wanted to ask you about why you chose sociology as a subject for your study in years 10 and 11. So why did you choose to study that subject?
I mean, personally, I chose it because I've always been a fan of like the essay style questions, and you get them a lot in sociology. Um, and I was just really interested in like learning about how society worked and like the different elements of society and how it like you don't really think about it often, like you just kind of live your life, but then like learning about it, you notice things that you wouldn't normally notice if you didn't know about it.
I picked sociology because like I didn't know a lot about it before I kind of looked at all the options, and I just thought like it was interesting based off what they were telling us like on the course. And I seen it and it was all about like society, and we'd never learned that before, like picking out options. So I just thought like it was a good choice to kind of make and just learn about it.
Great, okay. So you mentioned there, Fearne, that there was some essays, but what did the coursework entail?
Um, so it's fully exam based. You get two papers. Um, it's not like every single question's essay based. There's like two essay questions ish on each paper, but the other one there's like one marker. There's a fill in the gap. Like, it's
It's
not
just a range, isn't
yeah.
it? Like,
But yeah, like I said, it's fully exam based. It's not really coursework. Um, it's kind of like any other subject you do really, but it's more like the content so like wide. You're never like really stuck on one topic. You kind of like
Yeah.
there's so much to do.
I feel like when you're kind of answering the exam questions as well, like I feel like when we did it, there wasn't like a lot we didn't know. Like we'd be
Yeah.
sat there and you always kind of knew something, because even if like you didn't know like the sociologist's like actual name, like I feel like it's just common sense to an extent. There's quite a lot of that where you'll just be sat in it there and you'll be like, oh, actually I do know this,
Yeah.
and you do, like even if you get stuck, there's always something you can write in them papers.
Yeah, especially the big questions. Like, it was kind of impossible to get no marks.
Yeah.
Because there was so much content for one topic. You could literally just write someone's name and you'd get a few marks. Like, it was so
Yeah. And there was no spag marks with it, like
No,
on that paper.
yeah.
We didn't get any spag marks,
So-
so like if you weren't the best at like spelling or anything, like you didn't have that to worry about in that paper.
yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. So obviously you're year 12 now, but going back to when you were year 9, what would be your message to students who are currently choosing their subject options?
I'd say like just make sure it's something you're interested in, like get all the information you need about the subject before you make your decision, because you don't want to be sat there like a term into the course and not liking it, because you do have 2 years like worth of that
Yeah.
course to do.
Yes.
So it's just better to make sure that you definitely like it before you like
Yeah.
continue.
And don't just pick it because your friends are
Yeah.
doing it. Like, that's the one mistake everyone does. And if your best friend's doing sociology and you've got no interest in sociology but you just want to be with your friends, you will hate that lesson so much.
Yeah.
Even though you have your friends, you will not enjoy it because, like,
You
it's-
don't like it,
yeah.
and it might like have an impact on your outcome in the end, because like you obviously you might be like, oh, I don't like this subject, so you might feel like you're kind of slacking a bit. So just make sure you don't make
Yeah.
that mistake.
Yeah, good advice. So the last piece of advice would be, what is your key piece of advice to year 10 and 11 students?
um,
They're about to have their exams, aren't they? So
yeah, take it seriously. Like,
Yeah.
I know because it's like an option subject, you feel like it's kind of just like a laid back kind of like filler
Yeah.
lesson. But honestly, like colleges and jobs will still take that grade into account. Like, that is one extra GCSE you could get. Like, I feel like for us personally, we did kind of like take it easy for a while, especially because we were in different classes. But for me, I feel like we kind of took it easy in year 10, and then we got to year 11, like we need to like
Yeah.
crack down on the content.
do you
But
regret that now? Do you regret?
it was so much more hard work by the time we got to this time last year. But yeah, take it as seriously as your other subjects, because that's an extra GCSE you could get.
Yeah.
And just make sure you're like constantly just doing like some flashcards of like here and there of the different theories, because like it will end up helping, even if you're in year 10 and you haven't like you obviously might be like, oh, do I start revision? Like, just start like a
Yeah.
little bit and often now, and then when you get to year 11, you've got already, and you don't really have to sit there redoing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for your time. That's really helpful.